that makes this sport what it is, a rivalry game. For many schools and fans, it's days like today that can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Pit lined up, ready for the opening kickoff as we get things underway. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. No time and comes out throwing. Got it in the middle. It's Cook. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Looking downfield on first down. The screen, he's got wheels.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man to the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Takes the handoff. It's James. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great, and as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going.
Let's go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Hatcher.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on first down. Caught behind the line. It's James. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Just keeps slinging it. Unloads to the right. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Orange.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. It's Turner. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Panthers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
They kick it away on 4th down. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Running back searching for a hole. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Fires to the right. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
What a play by this defense. You got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive, break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in and get some points on the board.
Pittsburgh will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. On the ground, it's Reed. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and I love running the football down the red zone. You've got to be able to do it. 1st down, obviously, is the right down to do it. But now, limits the options a little bit more. 2nd down after that loss of yards play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to pass. It's Holstein. He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys in my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the 2nd one, and now to try to get things back on track.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. That's caught. It's Cook. Turning it on. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Takes the handoff. It's James. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. He's already thrown 1 interception, and before this gets in his head, I think the way to fix it is to get the mechanics squared away.
And sometimes you get rushed and everything happens a step faster right in the games, and then you realize, like, I'm bending, I'm throwing off my back foot. Like, slow it down, take some deep breaths, understand, like, I'm going to be protected, I'm going to be all right. Let's make some things happen.
They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's James. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Offense facing 4th down.
We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And the Panthers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Here's the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being...
Oh, he's got some space. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Syracuse, with that legacy of running backs, just ripped off a huge one there. Let's see what they've got this time. Give to the running back. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to the single back. Showing off the arm. Got a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Syracuse has it in the red zone. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he puts through the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Reed. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game,
Breaks into the open. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
The Panthers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking for room. It's Reed. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Holstein. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Reed. Still running at the 40. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes. goes at the 39.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
And the Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Pulled down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And I think they'll give him 2 on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Gonna run it. It's James. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
The give to the back. Fighting off the defender. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. Runs through a tackle. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Leaves it with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cuse. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Reed. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Trying to get behind the defense. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hicks. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Look out, he's got room. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throwing right. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Maybe being on the right hash will help him swing that big leg for this 54-yard attempt. Oh, he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back on the field and ready to roll. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Using his legs and his read. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first first down here, already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Now facing a third and long. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Punt is on its way. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Send the tight end in motion. He leaves it with the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir. No mas. Get it together.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Cook. There he goes. And that's where he'll go down. An explosive play moves the sticks.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down.
Get set, get set.
Quick completion on the out route. It's a running touchdown, Orange. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
The Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long. Try to convert through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
They booted away on 4th down. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Looking for space. It's James. Crosses the 40. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
The Orange, after the explosive play, might go right back to the ground. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He was able to pick up a few, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be 4th down at the 41.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Syracuse.
They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Motion from the back. To the air, it's Holstein. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unleashes one. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking for space, it's Willis. Turning it on! And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play.
Jackrabbit.
The give to the back. At the 45 on his way. Discards him with the stiff arm. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. Back to the ground with the running back. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal.
Number 47 on the field goal.
Absolutely perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Reed. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. the field and ready to roll. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Looking for room, it's James. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. Absolutely center cut. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Coming out with it, it's Reed. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Holstein. Caught over the middle, it's Johnson. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
That's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Balmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.